Jeez Louise. All right, people. Let's get it going. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another show. This is GVS. Let's talk about all the NFL action and what had transpired today in the league. Things that I want to cover and things that are on the docket today. Like I said in the chat today, we're going to cover the Packers versus the Vikings and everything that's kind of surrounding the Vikings with where they sit and how maybe people who thought that JJ McCarthy was going to be terrible in the league were correct. Maybe. That's a huge overreaction. What else can we cover today? We can cover the comeback for the Cowboys. I was about to say the Eagles. The comeback between the Eagles and the Cowboys. Dude, I don't know how that game ended. So we're just going to look at the box score and see how that one went. We're going to talk about Tampa Bay a little bit and how they kind of got rocked on primetime against the Rams. But there is context to it. Let's not, overreact too much. What was the big reason why? Well, Baker got injured there before halftime. But, I mean, the score was, it got ugly. But we'll talk about it. Some other things that we can talk about today as well. We can talk about the Bears beating the Steelers. We can talk about the MVP chances of Josh Allen after the Bills lost another one. Because the Bills have been going up and down, and then they lost one on Thursday Night Football. So we're just going to kind of go through all the slates of games. I'll give my own personal thoughts and reactions. And then we'll cover NBA, because I think the NBA Cup is going on right now, if I'm not mistaken. And then after we talk a little bit about the NBA Cup, we're going to do... I think we have some NHL stuff to cover, but we'll go over all the sports. And then let's look at some memes. How about that to end the night? But if you guys are enjoying the stream, be sure to hit that like button. It goes a long way. So I can continue to just do this and bring you sports stuff, give my own personal reaction. And as well, typically at the end of the show too, let me know something in the chat, a scorching hot or cold take that you might have that I could cover. But without any further ado, let's just jump into this, shall we? So, first thing that we got to do, let me make sure. Yes, okay, here we go. First one that I want to talk about, like how I said, is we were going to talk about what happened today between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. I did not watch this game just because of regional broadcast and stuff. The CBS game that was being broadcast was the Cardinals one, if I'm not mistaken. So I did not get to see this. But from what it sounded like Indy blew this thing, because at one point it was 20-9 heading into the fourth quarter. When have we ever seen a lead be safe against the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead? So whenever you can tell me the last time that happened, you win a bajillion dollars. Okay, so here we go. 20-9, and then it looked like Kareem Hunt had a 2-yard touchdown. Harrison Butker tied it at the end of regulation, 25-yard field goal. 4 minutes. Ooh, yeah. So 87 yards, 15 plays, 4 minutes. Look at these two. Oh, yeah. Kansas City had the Colts right where they wanted them. Because look at how, just in the fourth quarter alone, 9+ minutes of possession. And then Butker with the 27-yard field goal to win it. Looking at stats here, Jones didn't do anything like a costly turnover. Jones actually outperformed Mahomes. Look at Mahomes here. Mahomes had 1 interception, no touchdowns. Jones had 2 touchdowns. 16 carries for 58 yards. Okay, now I've made a video. The video will not get posted, and the video is not going to get posted because this was I made this video 2 weeks ago. I made it around the time that I made the Julian Sain versus Fernando Mendoza Heisman race. Along the same lines, I made a prediction video for who I think could potentially win the MVP. Now, one big game that I did talk about with the Colts, they had a handful of games. They had the Sorry. They had the Chiefs game, and then they had the Texans game, because the Texans defense has been pretty impressive. They're ranked number 1 right now. And then the 49ers. So there were a handful of other teams that I was thinking of. Plus, when you look at what his stats were against the Rams, I just looked at it and I was like, okay, he's going to have to ball out today. If he's going to still be in talks for winning the MVP, because again, we haven't seen a running back win the MVP in a while. And so, because that's what the talk was about 2-3 weeks ago, is that he was the front runner to win it. And I said, hold on, pump the brakes a little bit, because what happens if he goes back into his groove, where you look at the stat sheet, and if you look at game by game, Jonathan Taylor will have a game like this where he only rushed for 58 yards, no touchdowns. But then he'll turn around and he'll play the Titans and have 3 touchdowns. He'll turn around and play the Raiders and have 2. And so it was kind of context of, okay, is he having these breakout performances? I mean, when they played overseas the other day, a couple games ago, didn't they go play, who did they play in Germany? They played the Falcons, I believe it was. Yeah, 3 touchdowns. And they barely won that one in OT too. So, hold on, let me move my drink. Sorry. We're a professional setup here, people. But yeah, when you look at his splits, it's like, okay, this dude, the consistency isn't there. So yeah, let's go to where's see 3 0 2 3 0. So it's like, okay, hot one day, cold the next. Hot one day, cold the next. And so I thought that was just a little bit concerning when you looked at how he was performing. But again, we'll just see. And so, yeah, look at this win probability here. It's like, ooh. See, even 83%, 17, 20, 82.5, but we all know. Okay. And another thing, too, look at this. Colts had no turnovers. Chiefs had 2. I think this is ultimately what wrote it in, though. Sent it home. 42 minutes compared to 25. That's a big stat people will probably look at. And again, I'm looking at it from a stats perspective. I'm looking at the box score of how it went, the scoring plays, scoring drives throughout the fourth quarter. It looked like maybe they got it at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Yeah, they got it at the beginning of the fourth quarter because the Chiefs had the ball with 8 minutes. So the first 4-ish minutes, maybe the Colts had the ball. But from what it looks like is Colts had the ball, went 3 and out. Then the Chiefs had the ball, chewed up 5 minutes, got another 3 and out or something. Or not an interception or a fumble, because look, no turnovers. I don't know if a turnover on downs would count as turnover. But then from what it seems, quick 3 and out by the Colts. Then Chiefs get the ball and run out the remaining 4:43. Then they go kick it in OT and win it in OT. Mahomes, big throw, sets up game-winning field goal. Kareem Hunt leads into the end zone. Daniel Jones hits Ogletree for the touchdown. Okay, so that's one of the games. Let's continue to look at other big games that happened. We will get to the Cowboys one in a second. So the Bears beat the Steelers today. One thing that was standing out in this game with the 31-28 performance is Aaron Rodgers was not playing in this game. There were a couple stories and headlines early surfacing the internet of him flipping off the fans and stuff, taking a lap before the game. I'll be honest, I didn't think Rodgers was going to play today, just considering that he almost broke his wrist about a week ago. And so it's like, you got to recover and have time to actually heal before you jump back into a game. Now, it is a little concerning that the Steelers are sitting at 6-5, and the Ravens are right there in the rearview mirror, ready to take the North, because this record too. Get out of the way, thank you. 6-5. They have not played the Ravens yet. They played the Ravens twice in the span of, I think they got the 2 for 3. Hold on. No, okay, not 2 for 3, but like once in December on the 7th, and then again beginning of January. So tough slate here. And this game right here, damn well might be for the division. Okay. Okay, let's move it back though. But again, still on pace for 9-8. Here we go. So 14-7, 14-14, 21-14, 21-17, 24-21, 31-21, and then 28-31. Pat Freiermuth. So it wasn't too bad of a game. I mean, only problem was, look at this. So when you look at the box score, second quarter to third quarter, from minute a little bit before halftime to take the lead going into half. Well, they still had the lead even though 21-17 after Santos' field goal to end it. They don't score again until the fourth quarter from Freiermuth. So yeah, these 2 touchdowns definitely swung momentum in favor of the Bears. How many turnovers do we have in this game? Oh yeah, 2 turnovers. Time of possession leaning towards the Steelers. Both teams pretty efficient in the red zone. Both teams kind of struggled on third down. Notice that. Look at that. Pretty much the same on first downs as well. So pretty even game. I just don't know. Maybe the lack of... Was there a missed field goal? Now, okay. And again, because I'm looking at just the box score here. Could there have been a missed field goal? No. Third quarter. Punt, fumble. Fumble that led to a touchdown. Turnover on downs. Touchdown. Okay. So the fumble. Okay. Yeah, I can see how that swings momentum. Oh, just wait till okay, let's actually just get into it now. Just wait till you see the play-by-play for this one right here. Because this is what people were talking about, like, during the Sunday Night Football thing, was, look at this. So, in the second half, punt, missed field goal, fumble, punt. So again, I left this game because I stopped watching it because I was like, I'm not watching this shit, because it was the end of the half and it was 21-7. And at one point we knew, because that AJ Brown second touchdown was super duper close. But Eagles ended up scoring anyways on that drive. It ended up being Hurts' second of the day. But look at this. I don't think this touchdown flipped the momentum, but oh my gosh. Okay, they missed okay. See, this is what could have turned the momentum of the game as well. After Brandon Aubrey misses this 63-yard, we get a touchdown, but instead Dallas takes 2 minutes off the clock, 7 plays. Who scored the touchdown? To span forward. 4 yards. So they went all the way to the goal line. Okay. Then missed field goal and then a touchdown. Okay. Fumble. Okay, so Eagles defense was able to get a stop after the fumble. See, punt downs. So at least they didn't punt. And then field goal. This is not. Ooh, oh. Hey, I'm noticing. Hold on. Box score. Did Saquon get injured? Yikes. This is not good. We wonder why the Cowboys won. This isn't good. Having 22. Damn, 22 yards for real? That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay. What else? What else? Barkley did have a fumble, and that was mentioned when you look at the game cast here. Hold on, all plays. Boom, right there. But that didn't turn into anything though. All the fumble turned into was punt, and as you can see, there must have been, look at this. See how it ends up in a punt and then a turnover on downs? There must have been a muffed kick here. So they punt it, they get the muff punt, and they still can't do anything about it. And then the Eagles punt it, and then field goal with a minute 35, and the Eagles couldn't do anything with a minute 35. No, Aubrey kicked the field goal with no time left. Yep, okay. Yeah, fourth with no time left. Okay. Fumble recovery. See? I told you, because again, it shouldn't go Dallas. It should go back and forth, but if there was a recovery. Oh my gosh. So the Eagles had every chance to win this game too, but they freaking choked it away. Boom! Two turnovers. More first downs. Yikes. Awful third down conversion. Time of possession pretty even. I've seen the memes where people are like, Dallas is going to have the greatest 8-1 season ever. I'm surprised, and I'm wondering, I'm curious because I haven't made a video. I wonder what he's going to say online this week. Because he almost had 2 touchdowns. He had a good game. And I'm curious as to how Jalen Hurts stays out of social media when it's like, I can't go anywhere on social media without seeing, memes of how trash he is. So it's like, how did he not know that his teammates were frustrated with him? You know what I mean? Maybe he doesn't live online, but I don't know. Okay, so we talked about the Eagles, talked about the Cowboys. Yeah, just a huge choke by the Eagles. Eagles should have won the game. The fact that, let me double check too. Okay, so they did score one in the second quarter. Was it early in the second quarter? Oh yeah. The fact that Hurts' second touchdown was early in the second quarter, and then they didn't score again. Choke by the Eagles. I'll just say how it is. It is a choke. Okay, Patriots beat up on the Bengals. Bengals dropped to 3-8. I think, at one point the Bengals were leading 3-0, 13-17 at halftime. That's not that bad. 26-20. Patriots win ninth in a row. One of these is going to be a loss. I jokingly say it would be Famous Jameis and the boys in this one, but it's probably Boom Boom right here. Boom Boom, and I could see the Dolphins. I could see the Dolphins getting a little bit of magic right here to get, because right now Pats are sitting at number 1, are they not? standings. Yeah. Sitting at number 1 with 10-2. They are the best team in the league. And then the Rams are the second best. Time is a flat circle. Time is a flat circle. I think, I'll be honest, I don't see. Oh, and then look at this. Wouldn't you guess? In the rear view mirror, Pittsburgh drops to 7, so Pittsburgh would not make the playoffs. Damn. Wouldn't you know the Ravens sitting here right at 4. Look at their, haters, turn away now. Look at this win streak they have. 5 wins in a row. I'm telling you, Lamar, I think Lamar, as well with Josh Allen, I think Lamar is a dark horse, like literally, because it's probably going to go to Stafford, but if it doesn't go to Stafford, watch Lamar be number 2 in voting, because for them to go from where they were, where we're sitting after week 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, after week 6 at 1-5, and then get to the playoffs with an 11-6 record or a 10-7 record, because I don't think they could win. I mean, starting 1-5, 12, like I don't think they could win 11 in a row. No way. But I mean, hey, they're on their way. But that would have the makings for the NFL to be like, okay, he probably should at least get a couple nods for MVP. Because the other thing too, he has 15. Now, how many are on the ground? Does he have? Oh, nothing. Okay. Huh? Then okay. Funny, but not funny. Ha ha. Funny, weird. Because I was gonna double check and see if maybe he had. Because if you look, okay, get out of the way. Where is he? Josh Allen only has 18, but this is through the air. He has touchdowns on the ground that they are not putting into, that they're not counting up, which this 27 is over 27 now. But anyways, that's a long, we got a long ways to go before we ever go, hey, maybe the Ravens could get to the playoffs. Do I think they're going to make the playoffs? Yes, but like we got a long way before we go, hey, I think Lamar Jackson could win the MVP. Long way to go. Okay. I'm not going to make my rant about the Patriots just yet. I'm not going to. I'm not going to sit here as a hater either, because they have won a lot of games. This game is looking very impressive. This game's looking very impressive. Yeah, we'll go from there. I am interested. I want to see him against the Ravens after the Ravens have caught some heat, and I want to see him against the Bills again. Because I think it's a divisional game. The Bills would be coming off their loss to the Texans. You're getting Josh Allen at his best, hopefully. Who knows? Okay, let's move ahead. Let's keep it rolling. Don't want to keep you guys waiting. Okay, here we go. So then we have the Vikings versus the Packers. Again, I mean, there was one point here where the Vikings were looking real good. I don't know how many. 3, 4, 5. They've lost 5 out of their last 6. 6 out of their last 8. They have not been looking good. Vikings' problems run deep, but begin with J.J. McCarthy. Overreaction or legit take on J.J. McCarthy, Shedeur, and Caleb Williams. Well, if it's a debate on if the Vikings made the right choice to draft him, I think it was the right choice, but they're going to keep debating on if the Bears, Was it the right decision for the Bears to take Caleb Williams? Yeah, it was the right decision made the year before as well. Like Caleb, everybody's gonna hate on it, but like there was no way Caleb Williams was not winning the Heisman in 2022, but also having won the Heisman, that carrying over to him being the first overall pick. Like there was, unless Jaden Daniels won the national championship with LSU, there was no way he was going to go over. I saw this. The Raiders fire Kelly. Sprains the shoulder in loss. Yeah. It was that final throw before halftime. The thing too that you might miss it because blink and you do miss it. It's he slipped on that throw too. That final heave to the end zone slipped up a little bit. Okay, so yeah, the Packers beat the Vikings, and this is what's funny about the Packers too. And I can say this if we can't tell from the poster here, and me being a Packers fan, we'll play good some weeks, but then we'll play like dog shit. Like, and again, I'm trying to level expectations here, but it's like we lost to the freaking Panthers. We've lost to the freaking Browns. The Browns defense and the Panthers defense made our offense look garbage. And then we turn around and we've gotten 2 wins in a row. Okay, what is the Giants record? Giants are sitting at 2-10. And then what's the Vikings record? I want to see, after we crowned ourselves Super Bowl champs after week 1 beating the Lions, I want to see how we play against this Lions team. After we've gone into the into the season and played the whole course of the season until now, I want to see the Packers go against these Lions on Thanksgiving and how they do against these guys. And then, hey, have we played the Bears yet? Nope. Boy, we got a 2 for 3 here with the Broncos sandwiched in the middle. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. Look at this gauntlet of teams. You want to prove, and again, I can say this because I'm a Packers fan, okay? You want to prove that this team is decent and this team can compete against the Seahawks or the Bucks before Baker got injured, the Rams, the Eagles. I'd say the 49ers, but the 49ers are an interesting case because they're also riddled with injury. We live in a what have you done for me lately league. Okay, so after pretty impressive, one weird blemish is the tie, but also the terrible losses. Okay, now that we're sitting at 7-3-1, again, what have you done for me lately? Go run through this gauntlet right here and tell me what the record is at the end. Let's see if you can go beat the Lions on Thanksgiving at their place. Beat the Broncos, who are, I think their defense is legit. In Mile High too. We haven't seen Jordan Love play in Mile High yet. And then the Bears, look, the Bears are the Bears, but you go play them twice. You play the Ravens, and the Ravens up until this point too could also have themselves, kind of like the Patriots, a 9-win streak to this point too. Because who wants to play the Ravens 2 weeks before the playoffs start? Because usually that's when the Ravens are at their best. Because I'm thinking 2 years ago when the Ravens were getting hot, because the Ravens get hot in November, and it's been like that for the last 2-3 years. Wasn't this also the same Ravens team that beat the crap out of the 49ers on Christmas night around this same-ish time? I could see, isn't this the Sunday Night Football game? To be determined flex game. So yeah, this could be prime time. Man, look at all the yikes. Now both teams will be dealing with injury by then, but again, I want to see. I know it's selfish of me as a Packers fan, where we've had good moments. Good game, great comeback, but this game and these 2 games are they're lingering, and they'll be lingering too. Because if the Packers do play the Eagles in the postseason again, do we remember what happened? So that's what I look. I'm lowering my expectations keeping them pretty even with where they are. But I'm just interested to see them run through this gauntlet here, because this is hell right here. This is, well, just boom, boom. Ignore the Bears. Ignore the Bears. But playing the Ravens, who are the 4 seed right now, the Broncos, who are the 2 seed, and then the Lions, who I think are the 2 seed in the NFC. Whoa, what the hell? Never mind. The Lions are the 7th seed. But we know the Lions are better than the 49ers. Lions, I think, are better than Seattle. Either way, okay, so the Bears are the 3 seed. You play them all this to say, hey, good luck. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Seahawks beat the Titans. I did not watch this game. I do not know how this game went. But 30-24. Seahawks. See who else the Hawks got. I mean, boom, boom. I'm noticing when they play legit opponents, they lose. So, could a legit opponents be trouble for them? I don't know. I'll give an educated response to how I think they could do at a later time, because truthfully I don't. Dude, it's way too soon to tell. And the only games that I have seen from the Seahawks side can be like, oh yeah, they seem like the real deal, is when everybody else in the country saw them, which was on primetime. Because the only Seahawk games that I've actually seen this year was this one. Didn't see this one because this one was on Thursday Night Football. Didn't see this one. Did see this one. And that's it. So, who knows? Who stinking knows? Okay, let's move on. Colts and Chiefs, we've already talked about it. And again, I've made a video, guys. So if you want to go look on my YouTube channel, obviously after the stream, not right now. I made a video on, is music a little too loud, guys? Sorry, let me turn it down a little bit. Hello, mic check, mic check, mic check. I feel like I'm drowning myself out with the music. Sorry, and I'm only noticing it now. So if I didn't notice it before, sorry about it. But Ravens and Jets, 23-10. Ravens have won their 5th in a row. But I made a video. Let's go back to the Colts and Chiefs. Okay, I made a video about how the Chiefs with 5-5, everybody's calling, oh, maybe the dynasty's over. After crowning them, after they won a Super Bowl ago, not this past Super Bowl, but the Super Bowl before that, when they went back to back, and everybody was crowning them, oh, this is a dynasty. The dynasty ends in a year? Oh, okay. It's a little bit of an overreaction, but yeah, after this Broncos loss and then back-to-back losses, to me, what I said was, after sitting at 5-5, don't be surprised if in 4 more weeks the Chiefs are sitting at 9-5 and then potentially end at 11-6 or 10-7, because again, winnable. I don't know about this one. I actually don't. Like, the Texans defense does seem like the real deal. I mean, I was a little on who they have played up until this point, but considering how many points the Rams put up tonight and how they whooped up on the Bucks, they shut down the Rams offense, lost a close one, but they've shut down, I mean, the Buccaneers offense, the Bills. So it's kind of like, okay, maybe the Texans defense is the real deal. But again, winnable, very winnable. Might take some Mahomes magic, but very winnable because it's in your place, and a little bit of revenge, and then it's the Raiders. So, of course, they could beat the Raiders. And then with that segue, boom, because we're talking about the Raiders, let's talk about Shedeur, because it's the Raiders. Look who the next teams are. Browns and Raiders. So it has been the last 17 starts by a starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns since 99. They have not won their first start. And then Shedeur started today, and he beat the Raiders, and everybody's going, yay! Okay, congrats to him. The only thing that I'll be like, okay, hold on, let's, pump the brakes a little bit, is, and this was the whole thing that everybody was saying in the comments, because there are a lot of haters and there were a lot of trolls online talking about it. You beat the 2-9 Raiders. And there was parts of me that it's like, it's the Raiders. It's like, yeah. Now, I will say, when you look at his stats from this game compared to the last game, much better. 209, 1 touchdown. We can work on the accuracy. We can work on giving out, ample turnovers here with 1 interception. How many? 2 turnovers. Myles Garrett with 3 sacks. Gosh, that brings his total to 18. Yeah, 18. This dude's gonna win Defensive Player of the Year. I'm not even gonna debate or argue it. Like, he's winning, because he has the total. I think the total. He has more sacks than. Instead of me looking like a fool, let's go look. Team stats. Denver has 49 sacks. Cleveland has 42 sacks. Okay, sacks. So that's why Cleveland's all the way up here, because of their 42, 18 of them are. Okay, he has more sacks than the 49ers, the Bengals, the Panthers, and almost the Ravens. But like, him alone than a whole team. Like, it's pretty freaking crazy. This number was bigger too. Like, the Jets, the Raiders, and the Dolphins, I believe, were on that number list too. So they must have gotten a sack in this most recent game that brought their totals up. All right, but let's continue. So, I mean, good job to him for getting a win. A lot better outing than his last. I just think my only thing would just be careful what you say to the media. Just because, I mean, here's the thing. He's getting a start, and there has been a huge buzz. And I try to stay out of it, because it's like, there are some players that you could talk about, and there's some aren't, because it's always a buzz, and it's always a hot button, and controversial. Like, we talk about the tush push. It's always controversial to talk about. It's controversial to talk about the tush push, Shedeur, Mahomes. Who else is it controversial to talk about right now? But it's like, yeah, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Say the right thing. Anyways, but what's going to... I can already see the headlines too, where if Damar Hamlin, that's the other play that I was thinking of. You couldn't talk about him, but he's getting a start because they traded away Joe Flacco. They traded away Kenny Pickett. Like, we already know this. Like, he was 4th on the depth chart, and so his playing time this year was going to be limited. I didn't, I'll be honest, I didn't think Dillon Gabriel or Shedeur was going to start this year, and that's not to any hate for them. It's because they had at one point 8 quarterbacks on the pay chart at one point in the offseason, and this isn't even including Deshaun Watson, who, by the way, is probably another player we can't talk about because it's hot button in the landscape of football. But yeah, Gabriel got concussed, and we saw the reports and stuff about, like, is Stefanski leading him to failure after not letting him get first team reps? And it's like, well, at the time, Dillon Gabriel was the starter and he wasn't injured. So why, after the Browns named who the starter was, Ravens have their starter. Dak Prescott's the starter for the Cowboys. Why would Cooper Rush be getting reps? Why would Huntley be getting reps for the Ravens? Like, whoever the backup is, or you look at Malik Willis for the Packers. Why would Malik Willis, if Jordan Love is healthy, why would Malik Willis be getting reps for first team? Anyways, it's just a story to engage and clicks for the audience as well. But all that all that to say, like, now that Gabriel is injured, now he can't have those first team reps. But my point that I'm trying to make here is watch the story continue to develop if Gabriel is healthy to go and he's back on the active roster. Watch there be a little bit of a quarterback controversy like how we got going on in Arizona right now between, is Kyler Murray the guy or is it Jacoby Brissett? And I'm only sitting here frustrated because it's like, dude, there is no, like, we know this because we watch the league week in and week out, and it's on pay too. Like, if I will say Kirk Cousins, he has his bag, but if you exclude him, when it comes to who gets paid the most, it's like typically the player that gets paid the most on your roster is the starter. So, I can see there already being headlines and articles when Gabriel's healthy on who should be the starter. And my only take is who's ever better for the team. I know it sounds like rocket science, but that's my take on it. Thank you for coming to my sermon. That's all I need to say. Be sure to tip your waitress on the way out. But so yeah, that's what I think about this start. And the other thing too is we live in a league where we want to crown people early. I'd be nervous too for who the Browns have coming up too, because what's Shedeur going to look like against the 49ers? What's Shedeur going to look like against the Bills? What's Shedeur going to look like? Well, I think he'll look fine against the Steelers, maybe even the Bears and the Titans. But again, we just got to sit and wait, because again, what happens what if Gabriel's back and Gabriel stinks up the joint against the Bears? So then they give the start to Shedeur, and then Shedeur stinks up the joint against the Bills. Like, it just, yeah. There are so many videos I could make, but I'm not going to. But I think overall, whoever's the better quarterback is probably going to be the starter. And at the end of the day, too, I hate to say it, it's the 2-9 Raiders. Let's go look here. Stats. Okay. Which teams give up the most yards a game? Hey, Raiders are sitting here middle of the pack. Okay, all right. We know the Rams and the Texans give up the least amount of points a game. I will say this one's a little skewed with the 16.3, only because the Bucks, Baker was injured, and Houston kind of falls into that category too. But, look so I think Shedeur could tear up the Bengals and look good. Same with the Titans. But again, these are two teams that are not going to the playoffs this year. So I would make the same argument of Shedeur looking good against some of these other teams that aren't playing in the playoffs. Titans, Bengals, maybe Steelers if they're not careful. Is the same argument that I have against the Patriots, sitting at 10-2, where you combine their record and look at all the teams that they have played up to this point. Not going to the playoffs. Probably not going to the playoffs. They'll probably be an 8th or 9th seed on the outside looking in. Not going to the playoffs. Not going. See what I'm saying here? They have 3, maybe 4, depending, because it was earlier in the season with the Dolphins. They have 3 credible games and 2 credible wins, Bucks and the Bills. So, long-winded response. Anyways, but I mean, for now, if he's winning football games, like I said, they should still stick with him and ride it out with him if he's winning football games. I just think, just be careful a little bit, because again, if he's saying stuff that's gonna get him in trouble, because the same thing with May. Look at Drake Mason said some things, and then ESPN had a whole segment about what program I'm on, but watch, just yeah, be careful, because if he's saying stuff and then all of a sudden he stinks up the joint, and then he's already lost the locker room, and like there's a little bit of controversy and headbutting between him and Gabriel. Like, yeah. All right. Jaguars win it in OT, 27-24 against the Cardinals. Kyler Murray is still injured. They put up a move out of the way. They put up a stat here where they did who has had, now passing yards leader. Of course, Brissett has more of everything because he has played more than Kyler Murray. Hell, Slovis has only been in one game. He's only had one pass attempt. So if Slovis has had a little bit of playtime, it shows that, okay, mayhaps we're struggling just a little bit. Yeah, we know what's going on here. Kyler's injured. I don't know what Arizona's going to do. I don't know if they're going to keep him or get rid of him. I really don't. I know he's injured, but I also know that Black Ops 7 just came out, so I know Arc Raiders is really popular right now, so could he be streaming that on the DL and that's why he's not playing? Maybe. Hate to say that's the reason why, but maybe. Alright, let's keep it rolling, people. Again, let me know if I'm getting drowned out by the music. Let's keep it rolling here. But yes, here we go. So at one point, look at this, Jacksonville up 17-14, 21-17, 24-21, 24-24. Chad Ryland sends this thing into overtime. Ooh, yuck. This ain't good. 3 interceptions. Lawrence just giving out. Dude, this is just like the Northwestern Michigan game. Jacksonville had more turnovers and gave the Cardinals every chance to win this game, but they didn't. Oh my gosh, look at the time of possession too. They even had the ball more. Hurts on Eagles lost. We didn't play a complete game as a team. No, bud. You did. No. Blowing 21-point lead. Yeah. See, it's not just Shedeur. It's not just Shedeur. I make fun of everybody. Anybody can get it. Okay, here we go. Eagles and Cowboys. We already talked about it. Prescott. Let's see Prescott's stats for this one. 350. Holy shit. 354. 2 touchdowns. 1 interception. Pickens had a big game. Look at this. 146, 1 touchdown. AJ Brown, 110, 1 touchdown. Oh, okay. Where is... I mean, end of the third. Look at this in the fourth quarter. 21-14. 21-14. I mean, win percentage still at 86. It was up to 93 at one point. 94. And then blew it. Unbelievable. The other thing too, yes, this as well. Cooper DeJean's Blankenship's interception. Like, freaking dude, they were just pounding him, man. Like, the defense was getting after Dak, all of them. Like, there were Cowboy fans booing them. That's how bad they were doing in the first half. Okay, if Falcons beat the Saints, happy for Kirk, to snap the Falcons' 5-game losing streak. But again, like, you beat the Saints, the 2-9 Saints, the Saints who are also just like Cleveland, just like who else? Arizona, just like the Raiders. Who's playing quarterback for the Saints? Like, which I've also made a video about it, predicting that the Saints would go 0-17. They have not. Tyler Shuck, 30 for 40. Oh, 43 passes. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's a lot. Dude, this 43 through the air, this is just about as bad as Dylan Gabriel's 50 plus. 23, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. 24-10. Yep. Easy W. Easy W. Hold on. Hold on, Kirko. Here we go. Right over the middle. Good job. Good job, Cousins. See, I still think Cousins can be a starter in the league. I mean, I was over here vouching for Cousins to go to the Bengals after Joe Burrow got injured, because there was talk on Jameis Winston, Kirk Cousins. Joe Flacco wasn't in the mix because at the time Flacco was a starter for the Browns. But like there was, hey, where should, which maybe it's a good thing for the Falcons too, because, dude, if Easton Stick would have been the starter today, because Penix is out, he's injured, so yeah, that's sad, man. Hopefully Penix can. Hopefully he can get healthy and stay healthy, because when Penix was tearing it up at Washington, that was fun. That really was fun. I mean, in recent memory, last season was fun. Dude, don't get me wrong with college football. Last season was fun. They're all fun. Every year is really fun. But the last year of the 4-team, dude, it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal because it was literally win and you're in for every single division. The ACC, it was win and you're in. Well, Florida. We don't talk about Florida State, but Texas Tech. No, sorry, Texas. Shit, who did Texas play in the Big 12? Dude, why can I not? Who did? I can't remember who Texas, did they play Iowa State? Texas Big 12. Who did they play that year? 2023, Oklahoma State. Yes, they played Oklahoma State. But like that was the year where, which Oklahoma State would not have gotten in if Oklahoma State won. But like it was the year where winner of the SEC goes, winner of the Big 10 goes, winner of the Big 12 goes, winner of the Pac-12 goes. Like it was glorious. It was amazing. There was, and I'm still sitting here 2 years later going, hell yeah, if Oregon beat Washington, Oregon would have been playing Texas in the Cotton Bowl. No. Was it the Cotton Bowl? No, it was the Sugar Bowl. Yep. And then Michigan still would have probably played Bama. And that's the other thing, too. You cannot hate, even though the committee and fans did not want Bama to get into the 4-team, you cannot deny that, dude, Bama beat up Georgia in that SEC championship game. So, yeah, I really think in that personal season, too, Nick Saban's last, Bama had to have a legendary, they had to have a legendary run to end that season. That was the fourth and a mile. In fact, let me pull it up. Let's not even talk about it. Let's look at it. Let's relish in it here real quick. Where are we? Bama. Give me Bama. Schedule. Sit at 9-2-10. They gotta win, dude. They gotta freaking win out if they expect. So yeah, lose to Quinn Ewers early in the season. But look at this gauntlet. No, they had to beat 14th ranked LSU. Okay. Big dubs. 2 ranked wins back in a row. But then again, nobody was giving them credit for these 2 wins because it's like, blah, blah, blah. Because they were ranked 8th. Yep, they were ranked 8th. I even made a video, I think. 8th. See, they didn't move. They played 8th. They beat 14th ranked. 14th ranked LSU, and they did not move rankings. They played Tennessee. They were ranked 11th, and they did not move. They only moved from 11, 10, 9. Oh, okay, they moved 3 spots. But again, there were a handful of good teams that were above them too. Because the other thing too that helped Bama get into the playoff too, USC choked, and nobody's going to talk about that either. USC choked the final remainder of their games. They should have beat Utah, but those boys had something to say, and they had plans of their own over there. Rice Eccles, Slick, you know. Anyways, but yeah, no, the Utes had plans of their own because if USC, because USC whooped up on Notre Dame. Who else did USC beat to end the season? Like, they ended the season phenomenal too. And then that Pac-12 game happened, and then Cam Rising and the Utes had other plans, and that's why USC didn't get to go. And so with that left the door wide open to, okay, you go win 2 more games. You go win this next game, and then you win the SEC championship. We'll see where you go. They beat Auburn, with the 4th and a mile play, which was phenomenal. Still one of the craziest, best games. I mean, again, 4th and 31. 4th and a mile. And then right here, Georgia beat them. Jam Miller had a big game in this one. And then, you beat the number 1 team, 27-24. Now, I will say this too. Georgia, what sucks the most about this loss is Georgia was the number 1 team all year, and then they got left out. It's good that we have a 12 team now, because that is what sucks. Because you look at Georgia had a win streak too. Because to this point as well, schedule. Georgia had won. They went 15-0. What's 15 plus 12? 27. 27-0. So, again, not, because people were making a case on, maybe because Cincinnati went undefeated in the 2020 year is why they went in 2021. You stretch those same metrics and try to do mental gymnastics on the same reason. It's like, Georgia won 27 in a row, and they lose 1 game. They play 1 bad game against Bama in the SEC championship, lose by a field goal, and then they drop down out of the rankings. Which I think they dropped down to 6. Okay, they dropped down to 6. They got the pity 6th. But all this to say, I'm glad it's a 12 team now. But yeah, people who were being like, no, Bama shouldn't go. Anyway, all this to say, the 2023 season was freaking phenomenal because it had win and you're in implications all around the board. And yeah, gosh, who needs to talk about football going on now when you can just rant and, yap about football that happened in the past? Hello. Come on, let's go. Oh, shit. Dude, didn't I? Okay, here, now we're going. And then lastly, to finish off our NFL segment, whoops, let me scroll up a little bit. My damn headphones, dude, my headphones are freaking busted. I can't stay on my head. Rams beat the Buccaneers tonight, 34-7. Baker Mayfield was injured, but I mean, it really, parts of me go, even if Baker was playing, this would have been a tough game, because when he was out there playing, like, dude, the Bucs defense could not stop Adams. Devontae Adams had a phenomenal game, 2 touchdowns. I mean, let's go look at the box score here, man. Look at this. Puka, well, okay, no, this is yards. They're doing yards, not touchdowns, because they measure that on yards. 62 for 2 touchdowns. I mean, dude, and those fade, dude, it, like, he literally turned back the clock. It was like watching Rodgers and, yeah, man, it was like watching Rodgers and Tay back when they were on Green Bay. Like, it was freaking, because that is his route. If you're on the goal line, you just pop it up there. Only goats. You only throw fade balls in the red zone to goats, dude. You don't throw a fade ball to Amon-Ra. Not that Amon-Ra should be catching a stray like that, because he's going to get up there. But, like, you know, Calvin Johnson, Randy Moss, Devontae Adams, Julio Jones. Those are, like, the only receivers you throw. Gronk as well, for, you know, Brady to Gronk. Those are the only receivers you throw a fade ball to. Okay. 3 touchdowns in the first half also. Yeah, dude. Stafford looked phenomenal. They made the Bucs defense look lost out there. And now I'm a little, because I wanted to see, because my three teams that I was thinking, okay, this is who can win the NFC. This is who can go to the Super Bowl. I was thinking Bucs, Rams, or Eagles, and now I'm not so sure about the Bucs, man. Especially with Mayfield hurt, because Mayfield, Mike Evans, like the meme a handful of weeks ago when the Bucs played the Eagles, and you looked at all their injured reserved players and how their IR. No. Bucs and 49ers. When the 49ers played the Bucs, and all the players that were on the IR could have made their own solid team. I think that was the game Warner got injured too. Stinks. Okay, let's go now. Wings again when the WNBA draft for the Rangers men's. I have seen how there's been some swaps in the MLB. Hurts meltdown needs to light the fire. Infield sprain shoulder. Okay, yeah, all the articles. Hey, Miami wins 4-0. 3 assists as Miami advances to conference finals. Luka, what'd Luka do tonight? Luka Doncic fools Kevin Love en route to an alley-oop assist. LeBron glides in big for a big Lakers dunk. So LeBron played tonight. Is this his return? Let's now segue ourselves into the NBA world. 108-106. Luka Doncic flirts with triple-double in 33-point game for the Lakers against the Jazz. Are the Pistons still top of their division? I saw this, thought this was kind of funny, where this is Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson has 4 rings. This is Ja Morant. Ja Morant has 4 suspensions. This one's calling this one above. There needs to be a meme made about that or something where it's Moneyball. It's the Moneyball meme. But yeah, I saw this little altercation. Let's look at some of the scores and the stats today. So is this? Ooh. Did LeBron? Which NBA father-son duo has the most points? Brother, give me a break. Of course it's them because he has the most points all time. There we go. This stat right here, dude. This is coughing baby versus Hydra did Bob. That's what this meme is right here, where it's like, dude, do you think maybe? Gosh, who's another? I'm trying to whose dad played in the league? I'm trying to think. Damn it, you got me on the spot. The only one I can think of is Payton. Gary Payton. Hold on. Father, son, NBA. The Currys. Okay. Kobe Bryant. So it's like, yeah, Jalen Brunson's a phenomenal player. His dad was probably, the Hardaways and stuff. And it's like, then LeBron. That's so funny. That is so funny. I'm trying to look up, when did he come back though? He probably came back. He probably came back because home game, and then you fly out with the team, or maybe he's doing rehab in Utah, rehabbing the injury, and then hey, we'll meet. Dude, I don't know. I'm not keeping up with the NBA like I should. There's football going on right now. NBA is one of those sports where it's like we'll watch it when football season's over. Hey, remember when the Sixers were 5-0, 6-0? Where are they now? The Heat are better than them. Okay, Hawks 11-7, Hornets 4-13. Celtics are struggling. Can't ignore that. Celtics are struggling. Much needed win right here. Good job, boys. Then Cavs beat the Clip. Oh, 5-12 Clippers. This is not good. I mean, everybody watched opening day and opening week. I do remember this loss. You lose to the Suns back-to-back nights. Nuggets make sense. Yikes. Lost 3-1. No. They lost 4 out of their last 5. That's not good. Donovan Mitchell scores 37 as the Cavs take over in the third. Yep. Raptors beat the Nets. Thunder beat the Trailblazers. Let's play a fun game here. Find the next loss. Find the next loss. Look. Portland. Give me Portland. Yep. Or, no. They ain't losing on Black Friday. They ain't losing on Black Friday or the day before Thanksgiving. I mean, they won 8 in a row. 1, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. they're going to lose some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're going to lose in this quadrant of games. Because, again, I'm trying to look at the context of it. I mean, out of Portland, Utah, Sacramento, New Orleans, Charlotte, Memphis, and Sacramento, they only played 2 playoff teams. So these are the most impressive, credible wins here. But, like, dude, the other teams I listed, they ain't going to the playoffs. So then when you look at this quadrant right here, playoff team, playoff team, playoff team. 3 out of their next 5 games are potential playoff teams. Quadrant. I just said quadrant. I'm so smart. That's 17-1. Oh shoot, what's the 63-9, right? Actually, no, let's just look. Let's look. Okay, the Thunder, 17-1. Where are the Warriors? Oh, there they are, 9-9. We gotta go all the way back. All the way back. Set a record, 24-0. They were... So if we were to go band for band around here, around this same area, because today's the 23rd, it's the 22nd. Warriors are still undefeated. Where are we? They're 30-2. They're 30-2 entering the new year. Where's that? Where's the legendary? There it is. This is the Curry three-pointer game here in overtime. No. No. It's this one. This is the game where Curry had his three-pointer. Yep. What the? They got it in 2K? Okay. I'm curious to follow. Hey, if we gotta go game for game and just follow where I personally, but you know, because I say it out loud, it's gonna happen. But I don't think the Thunder can catch the Warriors record, but dude, who knows, man? Especially with him. 33-4 run. That is disgusting. That is disgusting. No. Those are some pretty badass jerseys. Those are some pretty cool jerseys. Yeah, these purple. Hello. These purples. The Glacier Purple from Utah. I like them. So then let's go Thunder versus Jazz. Oh yeah, those don't look too bad. Those don't look too bad. They look a lot better than the neon yellows. Yeah, this era, me no likey. Yeah, this was bad. The highlighter, sharp, because Utah's colors. I mean, I'll take the sunset look too. The sunset look is fine. Yep. You know what's funny is, let's fast forward 10 years from now. After Mitchell's won a ring, maybe 2. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell Donovan Mitchell teams up with the Thunder as the old head unk down the line or somewhere, it's like people aren't going to remember he played for the Jazz. They're not. Because that's kind of like, I even wouldn't be surprised if people don't remember Kawhi playing for the. No, I think people remember Kawhi played for the Spurs. But like middle stints where, like for example, Harden in Brooklyn, KD in Brooklyn, people are gonna forget all about that. I think like nobody, when it's all said and done, nobody's gonna remember. Because KD will always be remembered as a Thunder. And his time with Golden State, like, because it was NBA altering. But, like, his time in Brooklyn and Phoenix. Yeah. His time in Brooklyn, his time in Phoenix, and the last team that he plays for is going to kind of be like MJ's Wizards, where it's like, oh, yeah, he did play on the Wizards. Like, we remember that he played on the Wizards because, I mean, it's MJ. But to an average fan, they've probably forgot. Then Lakers beat the Jazz. Okay, Spurs. How the hell do you let the Suns beat you? And how the hell are the Suns 11-6? I think the Spurs are doing good. I thought the Spurs could have a pretty big season this year. Alright. Now, let's talk NHL. NHL, here we go. Okay, let's jump into the NHL segment. Let's jump into the NHL segment of our program here. Try to look any big NHL Power Rankings 1 through 32. Poll each team's quarter season MVP. Sabres beat the Hurricanes 4-1. I'm impressed. I will probably be following hockey just a little closer. Dude, the Avalanche still are freaking rolling, dude. The Avalanche are a wagon. Dude, look at this. Holy shit. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They've won 11 out of their last 12. Dude, they are a freaking wagon. But again, I hate to say it like this. I hate to say it like this and discredit everything that they're doing. But these wins don't mean anything. Seriously. And if we have learned anything from the NHL, because like there's context to everything, and there's parity to everything too. I mean, because Avalanche could be playing phenomenal, and then they go turn around and play San Jose on Wednesday and shit the bed, like they really could. But I think, what am I trying to say here? Oh, but with just the context of wins and storylines and stuff, we're kind of getting to a point, and it's kind of like this respectfully with every single sport, which I'm not saying that I agree that it is this way, because it's kind of interesting to look at it this way, but like we've kind of come to an era where regular season doesn't matter. It really doesn't. And the most important thing is the playoffs, because we've seen the number 1 seeds go down in the playoffs. I mean, 2023 we had Avalanche were the 1 seed. They lost to Seattle, and in turn, kind of an era of the NHL that we're talking about recently, because we're in it now. That Bruins versus Florida series really did turn around Florida for the long run, because they've won 2 cups since, and they've been to 3 straight. So I'm really, again, it's awesome that they're 16-1-5. They're a wagon right now, but dude, these wins don't matter. They could break the Bruins record because the Bruins set the regular season record back in 23, and then they lost in 7 games to the Panthers. So it's, again, hockey, like it's good that you're doing good right now, because I mean, this time last year, which team was the hot team? Winnipeg. The Winnipeg Jets and the Florida Capitals. Washington Capitals and Winnipeg, just from season beginning to season end, wire to wire, they were the best team. But that success didn't translate in the playoffs, is what I'm trying to say. So, all right. So, but if I were to pick, okay, find a loss here. Let's go with these next 3. I think Minnesota can play them close. I think Montreal can play them close. This New York one's going to be a win because New York has been pretty bad at home. I made a video recently on the Rangers, so go watch it if you like hockey. Yeah, they're doing real good. And the other thing too is they have lost. I mean, lost. It's overtime losses though. Like, again, look, they lose to San Jose 3-2. Okay, so again, when I'm over here joking about, oh, they could lose to San Jose, yeah, they actually could. Now, because they've only lost 1 in regulation, this will be an overtime loss. But this Boston game right here, 3-2. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Long-winded to say and come back around. Avalanche beat the Blackhawks 1-0. Sharks beat the Bruins. Flames beat the Canucks 5-2. Islanders beat the Kraken. Jets, baby, sitting at 12-9. They weren't sitting like this last season. So who's the 1-game ban? Wedgwood shutout. Avs streak runs to 9. Flyers with the tribute. Jets goalie Hellebuck to miss 40. Oh. Jets goalie Connor Hellebuck to miss 4 to 6 weeks. Oh no. That's not good. Let's go to the standings. So they're 2 games up. 7 points in the lead. Yeah, like, look at this. The Ducks. The Ducks are in 4th. When have the Ducks been this good? So, Seattle 5th. Where are my Penguins? Oh, right here in the middle. As they should be. As they should be. Because I mean, the Penguins were doing pretty good, and I was like, hey, we're doing good. And yeah. Okay. So let's wrap. Jersey, Minnesota. Which team? Montreal was doing really good, but like November, they've gone 3-4-3 their last. So who's on the best? Who has the best streak right now? Minnesota, Tampa. Okay. Who's the losingest? Yep. 5 in a row, 3 in a row. Who has the best? Anaheim's doing pretty decent. Point differential. Goals for. Who has the most goals? Yeah, Colorado. Ay. Come on, Nashville. On paper, Nashville can win the cup. Shit. I like Nashville though. I can't hate on Nashville too much. Dude, I thought Nashville and the Stars would get together one year for a Western Conference, but no. No, sir. Okay, let's move now to... Let's look at memes, shall we? I want to look at memes. Don't you want to look at memes? So we got... So like I said, we got some memes here. Here we go. Let's get some things queued up here. Alright. Let's get into it. Okay. Hold on. Baker Mayfield should be allowed to legally stone. Yeah. This was a bad play. And the fact that a play or two before Durant was getting the stop too, just get off me. Give me that pick freaking six. Yeah, this pick six was not his fault. Todd Bowles made Baker, who was clearly injured, trot out to try a 70-yard bomb Hail Mary, and he ended up tearing every ligament in his... Oh. Well, I wouldn't put that one on Bowles, though. Like, Baker probably insisted, hey, put me out there. That's so mean. That is so mean. Baker Mayfield injured, Mike Evans on IR. Yeah. Dude, they were you were you rewind the clock back. Let's go a month ago. Bucks were going to the Super Bowl. Not now, man. Todd Bowles watching Buccaneers tape
from us, and then we miss one tackle. There are two tackles.
Two tackles.
He drops the ball. Whoops, he has time to pick it up and dust it off.
Oh my gosh. Don't know whose film I'm watching here.
Where they strip the...
Yeah. Matthew Stafford would MVP. Yeah. How old was Rodgers MVP age? He was 38. He won it 37-38 because he went back to back. Remember in 20 and then 21. So Rodgers did this too. So yeah, sounds like I'm not trying to discredit Stafford. I mean, we've broken down the stats on stream. Like I think he's gonna win it.
You gonna take it? You gonna take that?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh shit. It's been tough. Dude. Yeah, man. Bridgewater. Yeah, dude, it was rough. 52 yards. No, don't do this to Godwin. No, I will not accept that slander. I will not accept that Chris Godwin slander. Geno Smith after getting Chip Kelly fired.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. That's why I get paid.
Yeah, Brian. What are they sitting at? 2-10? Conference. 2-9. 2-9. They're sitting at 2-9.
Just last.
I'm already laughing because I know exactly what the next meme is.
Just blast him through Nicker. Excuse me, landed.
It just. Him taking a break.
Dickerson
It's
right
just
there.
stupid.
Tua just blasting through
Like, just listen.
Dicker. Excuse me.
It's just so. Oh shit! Oh shit! It's so funny. Do you guys remember the memes when Tom Brady first started his broadcasting career? And it's like, maybe there is one thing that he's not good at.
Landon Dickerson right.
Is that, dude? That's Al Davis's hair. Dude, that's terrible. No, not Al Davis. No, who's the? Oh my gosh. Oh, it is Al Davis. No, Mark Davis. Mark Davis. I'm thinking of Mark Davis. My bad. Oh my gosh. So bad. That was so bad. No, no.
I made a comment earlier tonight that I guess.
And there's a deep drop to no, and there's a line drive to right field. That'll be a home run for Castellanos. No.
Spell red.
Red.
Lster.
All right. Is that your final answer?
My final answer.
All right. I think that's close enough, but all right. Okay.
Wow, Ashton Genty Max probably just dropped a diss track on their own quarterback. Caught 45, touchdown. Kevin Harlan on a midfield catch.
Stevens in the back, 3rd and 11. May going deep, and he's caught. 45, touchdown.
Hey, at least he got his touches. Okay. No, yeah. Last.
He's been the one that's jumped out to me.
Oh my gosh, Kate. You know what's funny? Okay. First we got this throw. Okay, when Will Howard eventually becomes the starter for the Steelers, and when he's stinking up the joint, and if he plays like shit, they're gonna make memes just like this, because guess who else struggled at their combine? Will Howard. Yep. You heard it here first. We outside, but we inside.
Hey, yo, check this out. Check that out. We out.
Dude, he had a hell of a game too.
Outside, but we inside. Come on.
Yeah, whatever that means. The flow. I saw this too.
I'm sorry, Mr. Whitaker. I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
I said, God help me.
Chat. You gonna find out.
You gonna find out.
We're going, fatty. We're gonna have a party.
We're gonna have a little party.
We're good.
I'm a breeding bowl. What's a breeding bowl? You're gonna find out, fatty.
The mic.
Josh, please beat Davis Mills. Yeah.
Pull up. Let's see who's gonna slide out first.
No. I ain't getting caught for copyright claim. Hell no. Chiefs are the unluckiest team in the league. Their best player. Huh? What happened? Who did he run into? Oh no. Awesome. Josh Allen took inspiration from Shedeur Sanders to play style for the Bills Texan game. Allen ended with 8 seconds of that. Oh, that's terrible. So mean. Hey, cut it out. Imagine if Josh Allen and James Cook could play against the Bills defense. They'd beat every single game record in the books. Hell, Keon Coleman might even have a 50-yard game. That's so mean. Bang, bang. You just lost to the throat. Terrible. Raiders breaking. Geno Smith is dumb as shit. I'm trying to. No. It's mean. Okay, here's the thing. The memes going around about the Raiders O-line and why the hell did you draft Ashton Jeanty if you don't have dude, there might actually be some, like, hey, that might actually be a decent fight and argument, because yeah, Jeanty has looked awful this year, and I still think next to Cam Skadaboo and Travion Henderson, like, I still think Jeanty was the right pick to be the first running back off the board. But yeah, he has struggled, and he has looked very average and very bad. But him being a bust would not be his fault. It'd be the Raiders O-line, and yes, I'm gonna shill for Jeanty because, dude, Jeanty might be, to even extend it more into this season, Jeanty might be the reason why Jeremiah Love wins the Heisman. We snubbed a running back one year, let's not snub a running back the next year. I don't know. When I see Chip Kelly in the park, oh jeez. I don't remember this scene in The Walking Dead. I don't remember that. No.
You guys remember Pete Carroll? I just ran into Pete Carroll, guys. Yeah, Pete Carroll in Shoreline was.
That's so mean. This is so
You guys
bad.
remember
This is so
Pete
bad.
Carroll?
Move.
I just ran into Pete Carroll, guys. Yeah,
Yeah,
Pete Carroll in
he's
Shoreline. What's
struggling.
going on?
I think if... Whoa, hello, hold on. Watching the Raiders on prime time.
Turn it off.
Turn it off! Didn't the Raiders and the Broncos played a handful of weeks ago. George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb last. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, you bet your ass they were. Boink! Again, add him to the list of players where it's like, now actually, this is actually textbook though. Hold on. Give him an Oscar. You can see Max Crosby being like, the fuck? No. Right? This is actually, okay. I have gone on record saying, what kind of dumbass do you got to be to punch another dude that's wearing a helmet? I will admit that. But this is textbook exactly how you punch someone in a helmet. Because you don't hit them on the side of the head or the face. You get right here on the chin, and you do exactly this. You do exactly this. The problem is when corners and safeties and receivers and stuff, when they try to fight and stuff, they're way too quick. They just slap the helmet and they run away. But like these linemen, they know how to aim because, I mean, this is what they practice, all week. But like the textbook, this is how you would punch someone in the face with a helmet on. And you even got a little grab too at the end, but yeah. Or we saw with Jamar Chase and Jalen Ramsey, you grab the face mask and you pull them in real close. But anyways, give him the Oscar. I've seen enough. He knocked him back hard. Boom. Sweet chin music. Okay. Yeah, I saw this. Oh wait, Eagles have lost since. Okay.
Wants to fight.
Dude, give me the Eagles, man. Here's the thing. This has all the makings of, oh, you lost to the Cowboys. How the hell? And then the Eagles just beat the shit out of the Bears.
All right. We're going to run shotgun.
Shotgun.
Right, motion across. Pistol left 26.
Pistol left 26. What the hell? Kevin Patullo calling the Eagles offense for stink. Yeah. He was going to throw it, man. Now I'm feeling squeamish. Here we go. We can't play in an air-conditioned dome. Yep. This dude Mahomes got to have a record for the most INTs erased by a flag.
Looking for options.
Wee. Boink. Oh, Humphrey, that was a bad angle. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, here we go. And Ryan Thornton came back. I don't remember what the penalty call was here, if it did come back, because, I mean, obviously, if there's a meme about it, it did come back. Do I know why it came back? No. So people in the chat, let me know, why did it come back? Let me know. Let me know. Okay, let's move. Chiefs are third in their division. Yep. I didn't spit.
You're right. Let's see what you got. Hit me. I'm open. Hi. That's why. Now sit down.
Now sit down and shut up.
In that dude's chest. I told you, man. Look at that.
Oh, fuck. That wasn't JJ. That was me. And yeah. 9 interceptions since. 6, 7.
Behind the way that switch.
All right. We've gone all the way back to... We're all the way in Madrid. We're on to last week. Let's do... Because we've looked at these ones. Oh, no. Lois. Lois. Let's do... The giant chicken's Boba Fett. Let's look at some things here. Yeah. Dak Prescott flips into the end zone to score a touchdown. Sanders has a message for Browns fan before his first star. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm nervous, because if what I saw was reported of what he said, that's where I'd be a little bit careful, because it's like, I'm exactly what they've been looking for. Well, okay, it's cool that you think that, but again, like, if you go and stink up the joint in your next handful of games, because they got the 49ers, the Texans, the Bills, and then the Ravens still, it's like, dude. Calls out critics. Hold on, who wants to see him fail after the win. Free bird, yeah. Look at that. That's funny. Yeah, nope. Dude, you can make this meme and you can put the Patriots here too. The same thing. The most fluke. Oh my gosh. And I'm gonna say it right now. Let's have it happen. The most fluke Super Bowl would be the Bears versus Patriots. Because it's like, both teams have been just kind of coasting along in their season. Watch the Ravens take out the Chiefs, and then the Chargers take out the Bills or something, or the Steelers take out the Bills, and then that takes, the AFC side for the Patriots to take it all. And then on the NFC side, watch the Lions get taken out by the Rams, and then the Bucks take out the Eagles, so that the Bears can just sit there and go, okay, all right. Yep. Rams, Kobe Durant rips ball out for the pick six. Yep. And then after this, it was all, 21 points. Yeah, it was a big, breaking. I'm interested to see if, because I saw that article and I saw that report, which I'm not going to subscribe to it or put blame on Bulls. I did see that thing about him being injured and going back in, Bulls making him go back in. I'm not going to subscribe to that unless it's like, the story develops, because there's parts of me that think like Stafford would have gone back in hurt. Mayfield, Geno Smith, Jameis Winston, Jackson Dart, like, you want your quarterback to go back out there if they're hurt. Everyone at school or work this week waiting for the Eagles fan to walk it. Yeah, baby. Geno Smith flipped off Raiders fans while heading off the field following his loss to the Browns. Here's the thing. Love him or hate him, dude, that man's paid. He got the bag. Look at this. Geno Smith contract. 2-year, $75 million. We can boo his ass all we want. The dude has $75 freaking million. He don't give a shit. Certified bag getter. Just like Kirk Cousins or Sam Darnold or any of them. Here we go.
We did it. We got it.
Rusty. Oh, let me. Oh. Just adjust my seat here. Here
we come. When we say that,
SpongeBob, I'm getting tired. How do the Eagles defenders continue to end up like this? Oh, this is funny. Oh, this is real funny. AJ Brown after... sorry, fixing my damn... AJ Brown after the Eagles blew a 21-point lead, but he had 8 catches. On the road to victory. Yep. Receiving touchdowns in the month of November. AJ Brown, James Winston both have one. Dude, this play was freaking electric. There we go. Getting Moss juked and stiff-armed by Jameis Winston might be the single worst defensive rep in history. Boom. Juked, stiff-arm, like...
Oh, into the end zone for a Giants touchdown.
Here's the thing, dude. Not to... Because this clip is going to live for the rest of this season. And it's probably going to win a... What's the NFL award? There's an NFL award, and they give out... anyways, it's going to win the play of the year, probably. But, dude, if this was Jackson Dart, oh my gosh. Dude, there would be so many stinking edits.
All these years, I've tried to get...
Yeah, I saw this earlier, too. He ends up being the one... And this is the muff punt. This is the muff punt earlier in the stream that we were talking about. Where it's like, oh, why did Dallas get 2 back-to-back possessions? That's why right there. Yeah. Jalen Hurts gets sacked, Tom Brady.
Skeeter speed. Nicker. Skeeter speed.
Top. Buccaneer fans watching Todd Bowles coach their team.
Nicker. Skeeter speed.
Baker, baby. I think, dude, doesn't Skip... doesn't... Sorry, I'm still...
Nicker. Skeeter speed. Nicker. Skeeter speed.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh shit. Oh shit. Doesn't Skip Bayless not like Baker? I don't know off the top of my head, but because if Plantfoot slipped, because yeah, Plantfoot slipped and just went down. Oh yeah, no, he overreaction. He's done for the year. That's a huge overreaction. Do I think he will be? No. I think Big Show and the boys, yeah, slipped. Yeah, dude, it freaking sucks. There have been 45 different quarterbacks to get a start for the Cleveland Browns since '95. Shador is the first of those QBs to get a win in their debut. Yeah. 45? I thought it was 17. Never forget when Shedeur Sanders tweeted out, "Thank you, God," every time the Raiders passed on him. He did not want to be a Raider. Ooh. We all know this man. Bigger bust. Yep. Turns out he does in fact know ball. Yeah, Smith and Carroll they've been real bad since coming from Seattle. Which I'll sit here too and admit, I didn't know why Carroll got fired from Seattle. I don't know why. Let's do... A QB would have a 39.6 rating if he went 0-20 by spiking 20 footballs to the turf. So you're saying he was bad?
Ride with you. All right, ride with you. You were going to break us down.
The only player ranked lower than McCarthy this year. Damn. Really? Even Justin Fields is better than him. Even Rodgers knew the Steelers were in an illegal formation from the sideline and couldn't do anything. That's actually kind of funny. Do they get a penalty? Yep, there's the flag. Okay. 28-31, 2 minutes. So, oh no. Oh no. So that run, because I saw a highlight of this run. I guess I never noticed the flag. I didn't know that run got negated. Sorry. Did you hear him just say, sorry?
Third down.
Yeah, you can hear him lip it. Illegal formation.
Side! Two watches.
Prescott looking to throw.
Austin. Let's get it. We outside. Two watches. Side! Blasting through Nicker. Excuse me. We outside.
That is so stupid. Free bird, yeah. Do-do-do-do-do. And not only did he have the catch touchdown, he had this flea flicker bomb too. So again, if Malik Neighbors, Jackson Dart, and Cam Scatterbo were healthy this year, dude. I'm thinking Sauce Gardner's probably getting traded from the Jets to the Giants. But we don't want to talk about that. And Brian Dable still has a job. But that's a conversation for another time. Anyways, let's let Freebird play.
Olszewski with the pass.
Music City Miracle, Minneapolis Miracle, this.
It's caught.
Yeah. Well, but this right here, this is why Dable got fired. These games. I pop my tail, I turn and run. What the? That's Hamilton, dude. They went through the sim and traded Hamilton. That 85 was Kittle. This is Kittle right here in this simulation.
Down at 8.
Myles Garrett stunned.
Here comes the
That's a dude wearing the same jersey as him made this throw. I will say, hell of a throw. Is that Judy? Get ready to learn CFL, buddy. Oh, did you see the comments? Some athletic director was saying that Castellanos and Pavia would play in the CFL. Nah, someone's got to check Jerry Judy's DraftKings account.
McCarthy down the seam and too tall and picked off.
Oh,
Here's the last. Williams. The finisher. The interception to seal the deal last. Here.
Is about to be 9-5. That's funny. That's funny. Huh? Don't get this reference. I don't get it. He must airmail passes. I don't know. Oh, wow. Okay. The Vikings, when a QB who threw 3 interceptions against Bowling Green isn't panning out in the NFL. Did he really throw? Hold on. This might be some lore here. Hold on, let's go. Put on some smooth jazz while we go look up this stat here. It's right there. It is right there. No way. Here's the thing. People don't like this, and people aren't going to admit this, which is fine. That's for them. McCarthy did fine that season that Michigan won it. The other thing that can't be ignored is Corum was a dog. How many games did Blake Corum, sorry. How many games did he single-handedly carry Michigan to win? Like, that offensive line, the run it, like, they were phenomenal, man. Okay, just 2. Here we go. Can Shedeur break that streak? Yeah, see, 0-17. See, I wasn't tripping. That's funny. I love when people say Shedeur Sanders is being set up for failure, as any Cleveland quarterback has been set up. No, this is actually pretty funny. Let's add this to the discourse around, oh my gosh, Coach Stefanski's setting him up for failure. They're just blah blah blah, and it's like, dude, it's the Browns, man. Like, it's the Browns. Shedeur playing in the NFL out of the respect for his father. The Browns will start Sunday versus the Raiders. Jerry Jeudy seemed very excited for Shedeur to have his first start. Why is it not giving me any audio? Can you guys hear it? What? Okay, so there is audio. Why? It's not giving me any audio. whatever. I saw this. I saw people being like, meh. The Bills offensive line versus, potential fraud. What? No, this is AI. This is AI. Look how, what kind of outfit, what kind of football outfit is this? Okay, that had a...
Got you, little man. Get him, JJ!
Watch out!
You gonna
You will find out. Yeah, this was bad. This was bad. How many yards did he lose on this? So he's 25, the 25-yard line. Ooh, almost 20 yards. We almost went from the 45 to the 25. That's not good. Josh Allen was convinced he was getting the Patrick Mahomes flag on the final play of the game. No.
At the 11-yard line.
I'm gonna invest in this right now because this actually might come true here because this could this past Thursday. Well, but then Josh Allen could turn around and then go whoop up on the Pats and win out, and then never mind. Ooh. On the road since 2023. Damn, that... Okay, we can't ignore this stat. That's... CJ Stroud, Big Brother Williams, and now he's...
Right there, that's a good pass!
It's a good pass!
Hey, LeBron. Ben Simmons is here.
We're good.
We're all good.
They're going to take Hill back on the...
Eagle player. Patriots fans going to bed Thursday night. Know the AFC is stairs again. Yep. I saw this. Him and his little buddy. I was like, that's actually pretty funny. I think I have a great week in fantasy this week.
Yes! I like this.
Wait, hold on. The way DeAndre played on this false start on this play is one of the smoothest things. Oh, well, that don't look so smooth. Damn. This is true.
Okay, Father. I'm darting off to pursue my educational prowess.
Okay, son. Don't dilly-dally.
These look tight. Don't dilly-dally now.
this sports bettor was on.
Terrible. Too true. Holy shit. Yeah. All the memes about their line being trash, yeah, it's justified. Let's see one more. No Burra. Did he post anything today? We've seen that. Seen that. Seen that. Seen that. Seen that. Seen that. I saw that. Saw this meme. Yeah, dude, this is freaking crazy. I'm not gonna play this video, but go look it up. Freaking crazy. I saw this. Saw this. Saw this.
Stanford's general manager and Andrew Luck.
Yeah, this is true too. He did have 10 passes in the national. When Donovan Edwards had 2 rushing touchdowns in the first 2 possessions, yeah, Jim Harbaugh and the rest of his coaching staff can kind of go, yeah, let's sit back here and let's keep running the football. McCarthy doesn't need to pass it. Do the same. You can do the same thing for Lamar with the Ravens, man. Oh yeah, here it is.
I got a twin right here. I scratch my chin with this.
Terrible. Josh Allen.
Yeah. Hey, stop taking off.
Josh Allen with the game on the line.
Yeah, I know. Hey, learn. Look, come here. Learn from those mistakes.
Generational hate watch in the books. Yeah. Boink. Yeah, no shit, that hurt. Freaking. Dear basketball.
From the moment I started rolling.
And is slow to get.
I wonder if he's going to get traded this offseason or something, too. Boom. Well, I didn't watch the game, so I don't know how many people got injured. That's just me, though. Alrighty. I think, I did see this, had a little Google about it. We will seeing if there's any NBA memes to look at. You've been posting lately? No, you haven't posted much. You haven't posted much. The most recent thing from them is the Sharpie marker memes and shit and all that. So, all right, people, we are. I think we're gonna end the stream here. Holy sh. I just realized. Look what time it is. Dude, it is freaking late. It is freaking late. But if you guys enjoyed the stream, be sure to hit that like button. I thank you guys for... Let's see how many subs we gained this stream. We got a lot of views this stream. We didn't gain any. You know what? That's alright, though. That's alright. We'll get them next stream. But I thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. This was a fun stream. Be sure to hit that like button on the way out. We're going to do, I think, I don't want to spoil it a little too much, but I think I have a, method personally on what I could do to do, I said doo-doo. But I think I have a method on how I could engage you guys, but also do rankings, but not have them sound boring. And what I mean by that is, if you look at college football and you look at the last handful of weeks, we know who the best team has been. We know it's between Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M. We knew Bama was up there until they lost to Oklahoma. Excuse me. Like, we knew of these things. But a theory I had was, what if, just because I don't, because right now it's hard when you look at, let me pull up some stats here. Okay, let's go to the NFL and go to standings, conference, league, whoops, league. Okay, when I look at the league standings and let's see if this works. And it sort of works. It's off-centered a little bit. Let me fix it. Okay. When I look at the league standings and I see that the Patriots are up at the top, and we go all the way down here to the Giants. Okay, everybody from at least, I mean, we'd have to talk about the Chiefs because the Chiefs are the Chiefs. And now this week we'd have to talk about the Cowboys because the Cowboys are the Cowboys and stuff. But like from Atlanta on down to Tennessee, it doesn't matter what I rank these teams. Let me scroll down so you can see. It really doesn't. And so what I was thinking, and a theory that I had was, maybe I might just do top 10 teams every week or something like that, because again, when the Bears lose some handful of games coming up, or Green Bay, because Green Bay has a gauntlet that they have to run through here in a couple weeks, I'm not going to be surprised if in my own personal rankings, from them sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, have them from 8 to not being ranked at all. I'm not going to be surprised, because when I previewed the remainder of their 5 or 6 games, it's like, hey, there's going to be some losses in here. So it wouldn't surprise me, but I don't know. I might do the top 15, because yeah, Atlanta won today, but does it make them better than Miami? Does it make Atlanta better than Minnesota? And then after seeing how Minnesota played today, what if I think Minnesota's worse than the Jets or worse than the Saints? So I don't know. And then the other thing too is, even though, and this is probably another reason why I'm kind of about making these videos, is I think Baltimore's better than Tampa. I think Baltimore's better than the 49ers. I think Baltimore is better than Jags. I think Chargers, Seattle, Colts, Bears, not the Eagles, maybe the Broncos. And so even though their record is 6-5, Baltimore is all the way down here. If I make my prediction video, I'm going to have them as a top 7 team. Okay? And then there's going to be a lot of hate in the comments going, oh, hell no, what the hell are you talking about? You know, oh, don't know ball. But like, the truth is, at least for my own personal predictions and like reviews and rankings, this number I don't care about necessarily. What I care more about is the quality of win. Do you have quality wins? Let's go to the Rams here. Do the Rams have quality wins? Well, they beat the Colts. You can call that a quality win. They beat the Ravens. But was that a quality win for the Ravens? No, because half their team was injured that game. Nope, not going to give it to them. But then you scroll down and go, you know what? Yeah, they beat up on the 49ers. They beat up on the Buccaneers. They beat the Seahawks. 1, 2, those are 3 quality wins right there. So, again, you have to gauge every single. And then you go here to Denver and be like, okay, Denver has wins against the Eagles. They have wins against the Chiefs. They have a win against the Cowboys. They have a win against, like, Cowboys is a good solid win. Like, I think I would give more credibility on the Broncos beating the Cowboys than I would against the Jets or the Bengals or the Titans. Okay, so it's like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 wins, 4 credible wins. It's like, okay, Broncos have 4 credible wins to New England's 2. Because who are the credible wins that New England has? 1, 2. So I would look at it that way. And I would look at wins against teams who are above 500. So if your team has beat any of these teams down here, Atlanta, Miami, Minnesota, all the way down to Tennessee, and both the New York teams, it don't matter. But who has the worst? 6 in a row, 5 in a row. So, I mean, and then the Bills, like, I sound like a homer here. But yeah, even though the Buffalo Bills lost to Houston, I still think Buffalo is better than Jacksonville Chargers. When the Bills play the Colts, they do not play each other, so they might play each other in the playoffs. Dude, I'm gonna be rooting for the Buffaloes against the Colts, even if the game's in Indianapolis. Like, that's just how it is, and that's just what I think. Let me look at the time. Damn, we've been streaming for 2.5 hours. Shit. Okay, people. We might end the stream here. Sorry, people. I thank you guys for hanging out, though. Like I said, I think thank you and hang out same time. Thank out. I thank you guys for hanging out, and I thank you guys for being here. This was a fun stream. Be sure to hit that like button on the way out. Thanks for all the subs. We're trying to, continue to build and grow this channel. But yeah, if you guys like sports stuff, I'm the channel for you. If you guys like gaming content, I'm here for you. In the future, okay, I will give a little bit of sauce here, a little bit of a. Let me actually pull it up here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I will give a review. We might be doing something here, and this is the spoiler, okay? So there it is. I know y'all can see it. I know it's here. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. So stay tuned. Ooh, here we go. We might make a theory video. Maybe. We might make a theory video. Maybe we might make a theory video. Maybe. But yeah. That's a little sneak peek for future streams. But yeah, if you like gaming, if you like sports, I'm your guy. Okay, but I thank you guys for hanging out tonight. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you guys had a good day, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Peace out.